Alright, hello guys, welcome to the channel. I'm here with you today to show off my deck profile. Just came back from my OTS store tournament, and I went undefeated with a Red Dragon Archfiend. So this is the deck list I went with. Yeah, here to show it off. I'll start off with the really very basic standard stuff. So we start with 3 Soul Resonators. 3 Bone Archfiends is pretty standard. These are the main bread and butter of the deck. I'll show combo lines later. I also run 3 Crimson Resonators. Yeah, these are all really good starters, or one or two card combos really. 2 Visions and 2 Synchron Resonators. In reality, for your full combo, you really only need one of each of these 2. But I found that when you're interacting with players and playing into boards or hand traps, having a Vision Resonator or Synchron Resonator in hand actually helps you play through interruption. And Vision Resonator is also a good target to send via Foolish Burial, which is in the later part of the deck list. And then the Obsessive Uvulu, which is basically a honorary Resonator. Next up we have what I call the consistency cards. So 3 Pot of Prosperities, you really need this for consistency. 1 Foolish Barrel. So Foolish Barrel, you can send Vision Resonator, which will search you spell or trap that says Red Dragon Archfiend, which is your one card starter. And then you can also send Bone Archfiend if they imperm your Soul Resonator. Or if you just so happen to have like a Crimson Resonator in hand and a Foolish Barrel, you can just send Bone Archfiend. And then next up we have 3 Resonator calls. These are search any Resonator card not once per turn. And then 3 Crimson Gaia, the 1 card combo. So these 2 are 1 card combo. Basically, Soul Resonator is a 1.5 card combo. Resonator Call searches Soul Resonator, or Crimson Gaia searches Soul Resonator. If you have Crimson Gaia, this is a 1 card combo, because you search Soul Resonator, which searches Bone Archfiend, send Crimson Gaia to graveyard, and you start your combo from there. But yeah, I'll go through that basic combo later, but these are crucial. I would never cut any of these down. So red zone, a single red zone for the Crimson Gaia, or the Vision Resonator to search later in the combo. 3 crossouts. These came in clutch multiple times today. This deck is weak to hand traps, and crossout saves you. It saved me at the very least. I think I won 3 games today because of crossout. And then 1 gold buy. I didn't draw it today, but in theory it should work basically like crossout. Moving on to hand traps, we have 3 Ash. I think Ash and Imperm are the best hand traps in this format at the moment, so try to max them out as much as you can. I originally maxed out Imperm, but I swapped one out for the Ghost Mourner just for the crossout target. Ghost Mourner over Veiler, mainly because Ghost Mourner in a sense is actually more common nowadays because of Pearly. Pearly can play around Veiler and also draw by playing in a draw phase, but it doesn't play around Ghost Mourner or Imperm, so yeah. With that in mind, I think Ghost Mourner is more common than Veiler. If you want, you can swap Imperm for Veiler as well, but I do not recommend it. I think Imperm is just too good. I would take out 1 max. And then we have 1 draw and 1 nib. These are mainly crossout targets. And then the side engine, I play Supay and the Supay Duskwalker. So if you look at the left side of the deck, you'll realize that these are all tuners except for the Bone Archfiend. So I needed an extender that is a non-tuner. Supay Duskwalker, on the other hand, is basically an extender that summons a tuner as well. So it actually helps you play through a lot more. And it also synergizes with the deck really very well in unexpected ways. I can show you plays later as well. And then for the other 4 card side engine that I play 2 Lubellions, 1 Saronir, and 1 Etude of the Branded. Yeah, the Bystial package is actually really very strong. You can side them out if you're playing against a deck that doesn't lose to Bystials, and you're going second. But otherwise, going first, I typically like to keep this in, and I'll show you the reason why. So these are the cards for the main deck. This is a 46 card main deck, I think, or 45. I forgot. I'll count it later. In fact, yeah. And then moving on to the extra deck, I run one red Supernova Dragon, one hot red Dragon Archfiend Calamity. So that's where the Bystials come in. I run one Chaos Angel, a Bystial Dispotter, a hot red Dragon Archfiend Bane, and then a single copy of hot red Dragon Archfiend Abyss, Scar red Dragon Archfiend, two red Dragon Archfiends. The reason I run two is because Scar red is pretty easy to recur, and then you just send it to the graveyard to special summon well, synchro summon the other red Dragon Archfiend. It does come up, but this would basically be the first to take out if you want to put another card in. And then Scarlight for time, Void Ogre Dragon, which comes up once in a while, one Quibble, and three Red Rising Dragons. A lot of the time you go through two, but in some grind games you actually go through a third as well, so I recommend playing three. First one to cut out would be the Red Dragon Archfiend, if you really need to cut something out, but I won't take out any of the Red Risings. For my side deck, I ran 3 Forbidden Droplets. It's really very good again. 3 Book of Eclipse, 2 Cosmic Cyclones, 1 Harpy Feather Duster, another copy of Harpy's Feather Duster. Scarlet Security is basically Harpy's Feather Duster, except you need to control Red Dragon Archfiend. But because it says Red Dragon Archfiend, this is a searchable Harpy's Feather Duster. So it actually comes up. It's pretty good in a grinding game against back row. And then 1 Magnamut, 2 Druisworms, a single copy of Beast, and then Dimensional Barrier. This is for going second as a crossout target. So let's start off with one card, Crimson Gaia combo. So you activate Crimson Gaia, and then you search your deck for a Soul Resonator. You normal summon Soul Resonator. Search your deck for a level 4 lower fiend. You search Bone Archfiend. You special summon Bone Archfiend by sending Crimson Gaia to the graveyard. And then you activate Bone Archfiend, targeting Soul Resonator to reduce its level by 1. And you send a Fiend Tuner from deck to graveyard, and that would be the Crimson Resonator. And then with that, let's put those cards to the side. You can Synchro 6. Red Rising Dragon effect to special summon Crimson Resonator. So this is the board state you typically want to end on every single time, so that your Crimson Resonator can activate, and then you special summon 2 Vision Resonators in this case, and then you can just synchro 2, 2, 2, which is 6 plus 6, which is 12. 3 tuners and a non-tuner Dark Dragon Synchro. You go into Red Supernova Dragon, and then Vision Resonator can activate. And then you search for your copy of Red Zone. And yeah, with just one card, you basically end on Red Zone, and then you can set. And it's basically 2 forms of banishes. You banish one time, activate Red Zone, special summon this back, and you can banish it again. So this is one of the ways to go for a 1-card combo. You generally have more than 1 card because this deck is really very flexible. A lot of the cards can play with each other, but if you strictly only have one card and nothing else, then that's typically how you go. Bystial Lubellion with Crimson Gaia. So this is a 2.5 card combo if you have Resonator Call or Soul Resonator directly anyway. So you can activate Crimson Gaia. I'll put Lubellion aside now as a card in hand to search out your Soul Resonator. normal summon Soul Resonator, effect to search out your Bone Archfiend. You activate Bone Archfiend, sending Crimson Guard to the graveyard to special summon Bone Archfiend, and then Bone Archfiend targets Soul Resonator to reduce its level by 1, and sending Crimson Resonator to the graveyard. Synchro 6 into Red Rising Dragon. Red Rising Dragon activates, targeting Crimson Resonator, special summoning it. Activate Crimson Resonator, and this time you special summon Vision Resonator and Synchron Resonator. And then you Synchro 8, using Crimson Resonator specifically. There's a reason for that. To go into Scar Red Dragon Archfiend. And then over here, you activate your Bystial Lubellion. You can activate Lubellion at any point before this, but now is the latest time you can do so. Search Saronir. Activate Saronir, banishing the Crimson Resonator to special summon itself. Special summon Lubellion by sending Saronir to the graveyard. You activate Saronir. If you've already sided Branded Beast in, you can send Branded Etude, Etude to Branded directly into the graveyard. But it is game 1 and Branded Beast isn't in the deck. You just send the second copy of Bystial Lubellion so that you do not draw into it later on. Now that Bystial Lubellion is on the field, you activate that, and you activate Etude directly from deck, and then you Synchro 10 into Bystial Dispatter. Over here, Vision Resonator can activate to add Red Zone, so you can set that. And with that, you Synchro 9, using Scar Red and Synchron Resonator to go into Hot Red Dragon Archfiend Abyss. Chainlink 1 Synchron Resonator, Chainlink 2 Scar Red Dragon Archfiend. The reason you could Chainlink 2 with this card is because this one is harder to hand trap. So Synchron Resonator will add Vision Resonator back to hand. And then Scar Red will special summon Red Dragon Archfiend. Because you have not activated Vision Resonator from hand yet, you can special summon it because there's a level 5 or higher Dark Monster. Then you activate Bystial Dispatter and special summon Crimson Resonator. And with that, this is the setup for a Calamities lock. So when your opponent starts their turn in draw phase, if they have nothing to play, you activate Etude to the Branded. You have to do this in Chainlink 1, or else you can't resolve Calamity, because Calamity will miss timing as is a when effect. And then you go into these 3. Oh, and actually before that, I'm sorry. At the end phase, Red Dragon Archfiend will actually try to destroy all your monsters because none of them is attacked, but you have Soul Resonator to protect them. This actually turns your Bystial Dispatter alive. So this is actually the side card. So the side deck, I'm going to move it out. Yeah, so this is the actual banish. This turns on the Bystial Dispatter to be a Ghost Ogre. But yeah, on your opponent's draw phase, activate Etude as Chainlink 1. If they activate something in draw phase, just let them resolve, and you activate Etude on resolution. And then you go into Calamity for a turn skip. Yeah, this still has Hot Red Dragon Archfiend to protect, and Dispatter for a Ghost Ogre effect. Hot Red Dragon Archfiend can actually protect your Etude play or your Synchros from any one card that your opponent has that may save them from Calamity. So example would be Book of Eclipse or Cosmic Cyclone. If they only have one, you can just Hot Red negate, and then this play will still go through. But if they have more than one, then so be it. But at the very least, this is a protected Calamity, which is very strong for 2 cards, and Red Zone for recursion. But yes, when you actually summon this one, you go Chainlink 1 Vision Resonator, Chainlink 2 Calamity. Because they cannot respond to Calamity, Vision Resonator will resolve. And this searches you a Crimson Gaia for follow-up. So 2 card combo ends on a protected Calamity with 2 interruptions and follow-up. So this is really very strong. Alright, now with this version of the combo, you start with Bystial Saronir, which is not optimal, and Crimson Gaia. So this actually demonstrates that all the Bystial cards are good to open with any of your combo pieces as well. They all end on varyingly strong boards as well. So yeah, let me show you how you combo if you start with Saronir. So you activate Crimson Gaia, and you search your deck for a Soul Resonator. Normal summon Soul Resonator, search your deck for a Bone Archfiend. You special summon Bone Archfiend by sending Crimson Gaia to the graveyard. Saron is still in hand, so I'm going to put it aside. You activate Bone Archfiend, targeting Soul Resonator. This would send Crimson Resonator to the graveyard. And then you Synchro 6 to go into Red Rising Dragon, targeting your Crimson Resonator in graveyard to special summon it. Now that your only other monster is a Dark Dragon Synchro, you can activate Crimson Resonator to special summon Synchron Resonator and Vision Resonator. Once again, this part of the combo is pretty similar. And then you use your Crimson Resonator and Red Rising Dragon to go into Scar Red Dragon Archfiend. And then you special summon Bystial Saronir by banishing your Crimson Resonator. And then you Synchro Summon into any Synchro 8. In this case, if you have no cards in hand, you can go into Void Ogre Dragon, or if you do not want to waste your Void Ogre Dragon, like if you know you'll end with cards in hand that is not a hand trap that's basically gonna stay there. I sometimes go into Scarlight Red Dragon Archfiend instead because it is a Red Dragon Archfiend. So if you have a Crimson Gaia still in field, this can be special summoned back using Crimson Gaia. So for this combo, I will go for Void Ogre Dragon, and then Chain Link 1, Bystial Saronir, Chain Link 2, Vision Resonator. This will search you your red zone, and then this will send your Bystial Lubellion to the graveyard. So red zone still in hand, and then you Synchro 9 to go into Hard Red Dragon Archfiend Abyss, Chain Link 1, Scar Red, Chain Link 2, Synchron Resonator, and then Chain Link 2 Synchron Resonator will actually get Vision Resonator to your hand first. Chain Link 2 resolves before Chain Link 1, then Chain Link 1 will actually get you your Red Dragon Archfiend. So at this point, you can then use Bystial Lubellion to send Red Dragon Archfiend to the graveyard. Then activate Bystial Lubellion. To activate Etude of the Labrynth from your deck directly, and then you can set Red Zone or whatever Red Dragon Archfiend spell or trap that you searched, and then you special summon Vision Resonator, and you end your turn this way. At any point in the middle of your opponent's combo, you want to remove a card from the field, or if they're about to use a monster effect to do something to any of your synchro monsters, you can activate Etude of the Labrynth. And you synchro these two into Chaos Angel, and then you target one card in the field to banish. Chaos Angel then protects all your synchro monsters from battle destruction and monster effects. So this actually makes your monsters really resilient. Hot Red Dragon Archfiend is still an Omni-Negate, an on-field Omni-Negate. And then if you have no cards in hand, Void Ogre Dragon is a Spell Trap Negate. Otherwise, if you have spells trapped in hand, or you don't want to use Void Ogre Dragon, you can end on Scarlight because this is a Red Dragon Archfiend, and this helps because if your opponent tries to activate a card effect or a field spell, for example, you can use Red Zone to pop because you control a Red Dragon Archfiend. So this is to show how even the heart opening Etude is still pretty good. In this version, you can activate Crimson Gaia, so Etude of the Labrynth is in your hand. You search Soul Resonator, normal summon Soul Resonator, effect to search Bone Archfiend, activate Bone Archfiend by sending Crimson Gaia to the graveyard. Bone Archfiend targeting Soul Resonator reduces its level by 1. You send Crimson Resonator to the graveyard on that as well, and then you can Synchro 6 into Red Rising Dragon. And Red Rising Dragon's effect, you can target Crimson Resonator to special summon it in defense. And then you can activate Crimson Resonator to special summon Vision Resonator and Synchron Resonator. And then from here, you go into but you're going to discard red. In this case, because I use Vision Resonator, I can activate Vision Resonator to bring back red zone. And then you use Synchron Resonator and Scar Red to go into Hot Red Dragon Archfiend Abyss. And Chainlink 1 Synchron Resonator to add Vision Resonator, Chainlink 2 Scar Red. To special summon Red Dragon Archfiend. And then from here, you activate Vision Resonator in hand to special summon it. And then you set the red zone in Etude or Branded. And you just end your turn. On your opponent's draw phase, you activate Etude or Branded, and then you synchro these into Calamities, which is still protected under Hot Red Dragon Archfiend Abyss. So they need 2 ways to out your Etude. Once you turn skip, when it comes back to your turn, you basically win, considering Vision Resonator just went to the graveyard, which also means you can search your other Crimson Gaia from deck. And that's follow up. Yep, and now I'll show you a combo using Crimson Resonator and a Bone Archfiend in hand. So this combo is the reason why I run 3 Crimson Resonator. It's a really strong end board that is really very hard to break, and also Crimson Resonator also combos off with the Supay combo. Supay cards, which I'll show later. Shoutouts to Sam from Team Samurai X1 because I basically got this entire combo from him. For the sake of being complete, I will show you what this combo looks like. So I will activate Crimson Resonator to special summon this card from my hand because I control no other monsters, and then I'll normal summon Bone Archfiend. With that, I can immediately synchro 6 into Red Rising Dragon, activate Red Rising Dragon, special summoning the Crimson Resonator in graveyard. Activate Crimson Resonator to special summon a Vision Resonator and then a Soul Resonator. And then Soul Resonator, because it's special summon, I can add a Synchron Resonator to my hand, which is a which is a level 4 lower fiend monster. And then from here, you can then Synchro 9 into Hot Red Dragon Archfiend Abyss. And then you special summon Synchron Resonator. And then you Synchro 10 into your Bystial Despotter. And then your Synchron Resonator activates, targeting your Soul Resonator, adds back to your hand. And then you activate your Bone Archfiend, sending your Soul Resonator that you just added back into the graveyard to special summon Bone Archfiend. Activate Bone Archfiend, reducing Crimson Resonator down to level 1. And then you send an Obsessive Loop to the graveyard. And then Bone Archfiend and Vision Resonator can synchro 6 to go into your second copy of Red Rising Dragon. Red Rising Dragon Chainlink 1, Vision Resonator Chainlink 2. Red Rising Dragon can special summon your Synchron Resonator. Yes, Red Rising Dragon is not hard once per turn, so this particular combo goes through 2 of it, so that's why you need a third. This is for follow-up in case your board gets broken. And then Vision Resonator. Let's search Crimson Gaia. And then you activate your Obsessive Loop in graveyard to banish the Hot Red Dragon Archfiend Abyss to add this back to hand. And then you activate your Loop again to special summon it by banishing your Red Rising Dragon. And then this is level 1 because of your Bone Archfiend earlier. So 1/1 for tuners. And then so level 1, level 1, level 4, 3 tuners at levels 6 with a level 6 Dark Dragon Synchro. So 12, you get Red Supernova Dragon. And then Synchro Resonator can activate, adding Vision Resonator back to hand. And then you can activate your Bystial Disputter to special summon Hot Red Dragon Archfiend Abyss. And with that, you activate Crimson Gaia, and then you search your deck for a spell trap that says Red Dragon Archfiend, in this case Red Zone, and then you set Red Zone. So this board is really very threatening. If you're opening Dark Rulers, you can chain Red Zone, and then you chain Hot Red Dragon Archfiend Abyss to negate the Dark Ruler. And then when your opponent activates a monster effect or tries to attack with a monster, you can activate Red Supernova Dragon to banish himself, and you banish every card they control. And then you can activate Red Zone Quick Effect at any point that you want to bring this guy back. So this is really very threatening because your Obsessive Envelope activated a second time. You also have one banished card for your Disputter to become a Ghost Ogre, basically. Yeah, so this end board is really very threatening, and there's still a Vision Resonator in hand that you can use as a further extender, depending on whether or not you have more cards in your hand on top of the starting two that ended on this board. Alright, now that you've seen basically most of the main combos of the deck, I'm going to show you a combo line with basically Supay and with the Supay Duskwalker cards. So Supay Duskwalker and Bone Archfiend, this will actually result in a full combo as well. So Supay Duskwalker, what is? You can basically activate this from your hand to discard your Bone Archfiend, to special summon itself, and special summon Supay from your deck. And then from here, what you can do is you can activate Bone Archfiend to send Supay Duskwalker to the graveyard to special summon himself. Activate Bone Archfiend, targeting Supay to increase its level by 1. And then you can send Crimson Resonator into your graveyard. And then from here, Supay is a Fiend tuner, level 2. You can synchro into your Red Rising Dragon, which would then activate to special summon your Crimson Resonator. So with this, you can basically go into the standard one card combo. But the main difference is the fact that you have not yet normal summon. So this is really very good. If they interrupt you here somewhere, and you happen to have this in hand, or this in hand, you can then just normal summon this and continue onward from there. Supay, Duskwalker, and Crimson Resonator. So what you can do with this is this 2-card combo is basically gonna end on your typical 1-card combo as well, where you can activate Supay Duskwalker, sending Crimson Resonator into the graveyard to special summon Supay. And this setup is already done. It is a 1 tuner plus a 5 non-tuner, and the tuner is a Fiend, so you can immediately just go straight into Red Rising Dragon. This doesn't even use your normal summon as well. Special summon Crimson Resonator, and you can go from there. And the thing that's nice about Supay Duskwalker as well is if you still open on like your 1-card combo, which is Soul Resonator, you just normal summon Soul Resonator and you try to play as much as you can. Depending on where your opponent stops you, whether you just have a tuner in the field or you just have your non-tuner in the field, you activate Supay, and Supay Duskwalker, sorry. And Supay Duskwalker gives you a tuner and a non-tuner to play with to play through interruptions. So Supay Duskwalker actually helped me out play through a lot of interruptions today. But yeah, I find that these cards are too good to give up, and I don't think I'll be taking any of these out of the deck. I do want to try to get it down as close to 40 as possible, but I am quite comfortable with staying above 40 to keep these cards in the deck, because these actually adds to the consistency and adds to resilience. Yeah, and that's it for the deck profile and combo showcase. If you liked it, or if you liked it and you want to see more, I would appreciate it if you hit that like and subscribe. Anyways, thanks guys. See ya.